Hey guys, what's up? Frosty here, and today I'm going to talk about a little bit of news. I don't usually do stuff like this, but it is League of Legends content. So first of all, this is going to be a live take off of a slideshow with not a lot of editing, just because I wanted it to get out like while it's relevant. I take a really long time to edit because I'm new at this. I am a new YouTuber. I'm not experienced and I'm not a professional. So that's just kind of the reality here. But however, I have been playing League of Legends for a really long time. I do know a little bit of music production and music business from college that I used to go to, and I can throw a little bit of ideas as to what Riot is trying to achieve through these sort of backgrounds and their style, right? So first off, I wanted to say that KDA The Baddest is coming out. It's going to be a song, and it's going to be on a YouTube premiere, which is kind of a live event format at on the 27th of April. 27th of April. COVID's weird. 27th of August on 2020 at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. EST. And they have the tags The Baddest, which is a song, Comeback, KDA is back, KDA, and Calling All Blades. Now, Calling All Blades is most likely, as people have pointed out in the Twitter, that Blades is probably the term for fans. Calling all Blades, calling all fans, sort of thing, a uniting sort of thing. Now, um, the thing that I find really interesting that I'm going to touch on really quickly is Blades is a really weird name when you have a lot of time to think about like these sort of things. When none of your characters in your band feature blades besides Akali, who has throwing knives. It is a bit weird. It fits. It's stylish. It's sleek. It's cool. I like it. But it's just like when Riot has at least a year to 2 years to think about, oh, what are we gonna call our fans of this band? Because we want a little Dumbledore's army, kind of like K-pop army sort of style, where people are loyal and they call themselves a sort of name and stuff to represent them. That they chose Blades when there's probably an equally cool, stylish name that they could have used that is a lot more on brand. And on brand is very important when it comes to actual music production and music business. So I have a few predictions about why they are calling us Blades a little bit later. So, a pre release single is a single that's released before an album. So, a pre release single of The Baddest probably is saying, hey, we're going to be releasing an album soon. And you're going to probably have pop stars on it because that makes the most sense. And then you're going to have The Baddest, and you're probably going to get at least four more songs to have a feature album. Otherwise, it's just an EP. So, you're going to have four songs additionally on top of The Baddest, in theory, and you're going to have a album that's out very similar to Pentakill, and this is exciting. I really like Pop Stars. I really like the synth work in it. I think the production is great. So I am excited to see what the Baddest is going to sound like. And I'm not a pop star fan in general, or a pop music fan. So I am excited to see if this kind of opens up a new avenue musically for me where I can enjoy these sort of songs. But I just wanted to point out the hashtags that are being represented here. Now, KDA Music is a new Twitter handle that was created last month and has just started tweeting about this stuff that you see before you. On the banner of KDA Music, you can see the silhouettes of the four people that are in KDA. As we already know, Ari, Kaisa, Akali, and Evelyn. Now, a lot of people that are very perceptive will notice that these silhouettes don't match up with the current KDA skins. And so we're probably going to be getting new skin lines. Evelyn has longer hair. Kaisa has a completely different hairstyle. And also, even though she does have those shoulder pads that like are single-handedly just like the aesthetic that Kaisa has and not really anyone else has, her figure is relatively different, and also she has a completely different hairstyle. So there might be a little bit of silhouette play in which they're deceiving us. Maybe Kaisa is like, I don't know, hiding somewhere and you can see her shoulder blades and that's Fane or something. That's just kind of going over the top and being silly. But it is very interesting. Evelyn has longer hair. Akali is wearing something different. She's wearing something very bulky, and a lot of people have mentioned a lot of other things that they've noticed about the silhouettes, about like different heels and that sort of stuff. But I'm not going to cover that. Well, it looks like they are different skins. So you're going to get four characters who have previously had KDA skins. Probably get KDA 2 skins or the Baddest skins or whatever you want to call it, like Baddest RE, Baddest Akali, and stuff like that. Um, the one thing that kind of intrigues me is that Riot is the type of people that create standard hype line where it's kind of like a gauge, right? They want to hit this gauge of hype, but not overhyped. They don't want anything crazy. They want to tease you a little bit and get you excited, and then they're going to hit you with something a little bit later that's above and beyond what your expectations are. That's kind of just how they run their whole shtick whenever they do stuff. So I personally think that there is going to be a couple of different things here. Now, before I do so or say any of that sort of stuff that's speculative, I wanted to touch on a little bit more factual or likely things that are going to happen. Now, KDA Music is going to be releasing at least a pre-release single, which is similar to a pre-release party. The pre-release party is probably the YouTuber premiere, so we're gonna have kind of like a fantasy pre-release party kind of event going on with the YouTube premiere and experience, and then we're probably going to get a new music video. We're going to get four new skins. That all pretty much makes sense. They're probably on the 27th going to reveal, hey, we're also coming out with an album because it is a pre-release, and then everyone's going to be like, oh, that's super exciting. They're probably going to release it mid to late September, so then it keeps, like, the hype doesn't die down too quickly, but also it plays in the worlds really well. And then that's going to be a predominant feature that's going to go on in the world stage because they're probably going to try as hard as they can to overcompensate the fact that they don't have an audience, they can't sell physical tickets, and they really want to produce something that is hype as possible, considering the fact that they can't do anything physically, at least live audience wise. They can still do a lot of stuff production wise physically. They can still have a live concert with the actual artists and everything else like that. They can have stage production. They can still do all of that sort of stuff. But the connection between audience is a little bit severed with the fact that it is guaranteed virtual for everybody around the world. So it is going to be interesting if Riot tries to overcompensate, not just next year, but they're probably going to try and do something big and exciting this year. Maybe even using features of, that we don't know about, and kind of really pushing the bar as far as what virtual concerts and virtual production can really do. So I'm curious about that. Now, that's all pretty much obvious or are facts, most likely things, that sort of stuff. Now, the speculation that I have is that Riot still likes to go above and beyond. They like to present what we think. They like us to be distracted, trying to look at the silhouettes and be like, oh, is that Kaisa? Oh, what are these characters wearing? Oh, the hairstyles are different. These sort of things. And then, next week they hit us again and they're going to release the Baddest, and the Baddest might actually be featuring another artist. And that's something that I've been kind of interested about, and I'm speculative of. I think that there will be another character that's represented in the Baddest or in the album at some point, and I think that they're going to be surprise introduced live during the Baddest music video or the presentation, however they're going to do it. Now, the thing that's exciting about this is that it would also be a new skin. Because Riot's going to be releasing four skins for four characters that already have KDA skins. And also, on top of that, most of these characters already have a lot of love, a lot of skins. So it's going to be kind of skin exhaustion for some people where it's like, oh, great, Ari has another skin. That's great. Oh, great. Akali has three, singer skins now. Like, this is insane. So I think to kind of make people a little bit less burnt out about that and kind of disappointed or anticlimactic about it, they're going to release a new character as a surprise, and it either will be from True Damage, where Akali brings an old friend onto stage, a new person that's going to be part of KDA, the band itself. And maybe she has blades, or it's going to be a featured artist that kind of introduces a new band or a new musical artist that will be featured in the next worlds or the worlds after that, depending on how long it takes them to actually make these albums. And I think that this is kind of likely to me because it just like it feels a little anticlimactic right now. And I just like there's something about it that really like resonates with me where I'm like, yes, there's going to be a character that is introduced and things are going to make more sense because there's a couple of things that just don't really work perfectly. And Riot's marketing team are generally perfectionists with things, and they don't make like weird small mistakes. Well, not necessarily mistakes, but they generally try really hard to hit the mark the first time. And so I think that either we're going to get a new character featuring blades, maybe a KDA Irelia, or bring back a true damage star who has a blade, which is pretty much almost everyone. I mean, yeah, Lucian. Yasuo and Kiana would be great examples here. Maybe KDA Yasuo or KDA Kiana. Um, and then the third option here is that they might introduce a pop star of a boy band, a singular member, and he's going to be introducing now a boy band version of a pop star group, maybe representing J-pop or K-pop or that sort of thing. And maybe it's Ezreal because he's the most pop star guy kind of in the roster, or maybe it's someone that actually does feature blades that isn't in any previous skin line as well. That kind of fits a little bit more. Now, that would be really interesting because maybe Culling All Blades, like I'm just kind of running right now, Culling All Blades might even represent, a new band and something to do with the new band, right? There's a lot of things that Riot can be foreshadowing that could happen, but I will say I'll put my bets down that there is going to be a fifth skin that is not prestige that will be introduced with these four new ones, and a fifth member singing or playing during the newest song. So that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I apologize for not being professional. I'm still learning. I do really like making videos. I do really like talking, and there's a lot of skills that I got to work on myself. But I really wanted to put this out there. I am really excited about it, and I really want to have physical proof for my friends when I call out that these sort of things are probably likely, and it's a lot more fun to have a video, an excuse to make a video and do more of this sort of stuff than just typing it on a Discord and kind of posting it. Like that's not as fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for the support, and hopefully you get to see more of me in the future and I get to see more of you.